Hi, everybody. Before we get to another great interview, the Two Opinionated podcast could really use your help. And it's easy, it's free. IMDb, which is the entertainment database, imdb.com, named us a top 100 podcast. We came in at number 82. That's a big deal because there's 15 million podcasts and growing. So to be named to anybody's top 100 list, pretty big deal for us. And the way you can help is to go to imdb.com, look up the Two Opinionated podcast, and that's it. Just bringing our page up. That traffic really helps us out. Our YouTube channel is MeisterCon Pod. All we ask is that you subscribe. It's also free, but that really helps us to attract these amazing guests that we keep bringing on the program. And that's it. Two easy ways for you to support us, and we would really appreciate the help. Now let's get to that interview. Hi, everybody. Welcome to another edition of Two Opinionated. I am so excited today. I've got actress Sarah Alexandra Marks. So welcome, Sarah.
Oh, well, thank you for having me. I'm glad to be here.
I know, and we had to jump through some hoops, but we got here.
We did. We made it.
We were persistent, and we made it. Now, I really appreciated you working with me on the times and stuff because, different countries, that time zones are tricky.
But we did it. We made it
happen. I wouldn't say we did it well, but we did it.
Yeah, that's right. A lot of back and forth.
So let's start this way, Sarah. Tell me a little bit about what got you into entertainment. I know you started as a dancer. What point did that transition into the entertainment business?
Well, I've been dancing since the age of 3. Yeah. And I first explored acting when I was at school in the drama subjects. And I quickly realized it was something I enjoyed, because I was really quite shy when I was at school. I remember my teachers saying to my mum at parents' evening, "She's such a good student, but she's just so shy. She doesn't say anything. She doesn't say a word. She won't put her hand up to answer a question, and it's so painful."
Yeah.
But when I was in my drama classes, a whole other Sarah came alive, and it was just quite a freeing class for me, drama, and I forgot the shyness and the worries I had in other classes where I wouldn't put my hand up. So I knew that it was something I really enjoyed to do. And I remember I got
did it help because you're playing a role, so it's not really you? Is that what brought you out, or was it just something you loved so much that it brought you
out? I think it's a mix. I think it was something that I just really loved.
Yeah.
A place, I don't know, it holds a place in my heart quite deeply, and it just, I guess it set my soul on fire. And it just gave me this passion for life.
Yeah.
But I do think also it plays a part that I was playing characters as well. So I reckon, it goes hand in hand, really.
It's surprising. I've got to talk to a lot of actors on this show. It's surprising how many of them are shy or introverted. You don't expect that because I'm an introvert. I'm pretty shy, left to my own devices, that type of thing. But it helps me being on the podcast. I seem to be able to turn the nervousness off. Once I'm done talking on a podcast, though, I go back to being kind of quiet and shy. But a lot of actors are like that, and it surprised me.
Yeah, it is a strange thing, isn't it? But I reckon a lot of people do say, yeah, but I'm not me when I'm in front of the camera. When I'm acting, I'm not me. So I get to explore what it's like being someone else. But really, you are you, aren't you? You're still you. You know,
translate.
You're not changing and morphing into someone else, like an alien or something. But I guess it's just gives you this sense of like a protective blanket, where you can say, well, I'm playing Carla.
That's right.
So but really it is you, but it's a mind thing, isn't it? I reckon.
I think it is. What kind of dance did you do growing up?
Oh, I did everything. I did ballet, tap, jazz, Irish dancing. I competed
Ooh.
professionally. Cheerleading. I used to tour with the Harlem Globetrotters when they would
No,
come
you
to the
didn't.
UK. Yeah, I did. Yeah,
That's
that was
amazing.
really fun. I had a lot of fun touring with the Globetrotters. They are such great entertainers,
Oh
aren't
my
they?
gosh. Yeah, I know. And it's like the lineup keeps changing, but the quality of the product doesn't change. It's still
No.
really good.
Oh, it's so good, so entertaining. I remember I would always sit on the sidelines of the court and just I would laugh the entire time. And the show was the same, but it was still so funny.
That's pretty good. That's pretty
Yeah,
good. They
yeah.
came through my my dad was a basketball player up through college, and then he was a basketball coach. Well, when he was coaching high school, the Globetrotters came through and played against the faculty at his high school. This is back
Oh, no
early
way.
70s with that.
Oh,
And
that's
he
brilliant.
tells his story. He at that time he's the basketball coach, but he's still a pretty good player because he's a young guy. So he's playing out there, and he was at the free throw line taking his shot, and they snuck up behind him and pulled his pants down.
That sounds like the Harlem Globetrotters.
He was not happy with that though, because it's in front of like the entire student body.
Oh, well, he has a good story to tell,
That's what I
one that
told
will
him. I was
make
like,
everyone laugh.
"Yeah, who else has that story?" There you go.
Yeah, yeah.
That's pretty good.
It's quite a cool one.
My oldest was a dancer all the way up through high school. Same thing. She did all of that and did cheerleading too. And now her daughter, who's 4, is in dance. She's been in dance for a couple of years now, but she just started cheerleading and she loves it. Absolutely.
Oh, oh, it's great. I think you find discipline as well in dance, don't
Yeah.
you? As well as that creativity that it brings.
Well, it gives you kind of control of your own body, which is so important, and it
Yeah.
gives you confidence. When
Yeah.
you're confident in your movement, it translates to everything else, I think.
Oh, oh yeah, absolutely.
Have you got to play a dancer on screen yet?
Yes, very briefly, in a film called The Forbidden Note.
Oh,
I did that a very long time ago. Super low budget indie movie, but I was playing a ballerina. But I was a supporting role, and the lead actress, I did some body doubling for her dance moves. So
oh, that's
yeah,
kind
that
of
was
neat.
quite
I
cool.
never think of that because, yeah, what if you're an actress but you don't dance?
Need a body double.
Need a body double.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty good. I talked to a lot of stunt people too, and a lot of them, that's kind of how they got their start was doing the doubling, and then it
Yeah,
worked into stunts, and then some of them eventually move into acting. But
into acting themselves.
I
Yeah.
think that's a good way to get into the business because you're learning without all the pressure.
Yeah. Yeah, this is very true. It's
Yeah.
really true. You can also learn from everyone around you, can't you? And take
Yeah.
on their skills.
Well, that's it. Kind of soak it
Yeah.
up, and then when you're
Yeah.
the
Absolutely.
centerpiece, then you're ready for it, or a little bit
Yeah.
more ready. Yeah. Yeah. So you got a new one coming out, or is it out? Let's see. Oh no, it's out the 30th, isn't it? Escape
Escape. Yes, you can pre-order it now in the UK on Apple TV, but it comes out on the
on the
30th.
30th. Yeah, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. So what is Escape about?
I always say this, but I really do think that it's so true. It's like Taken, but on steroids. It's,
I
you
mean, that's
know,
saying something because Taken was a ride.
I know. This is a ride. This is one hell of a roller coaster ride. I'm telling you, Mike. It follows 10 girls who get kidnapped for human trafficking.
Yeah, that's a lot of
And
girls.
it is a lot of girls. And, they band together in their moments of vulnerability and then depths of despair and find this strength and courage to fight for survival. So it's following them fight
Yeah.
against the baddies.
When you're out in the desert.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we
yeah.
are running through canyons and sand dunes. Oh, it's insane.
Where did you film that?
The Canary Islands?
Oh, very nice. It's an island. How'd they get the desert scenes? Is it just beach? What is that?
No, it's a desert and
They've
sand
got desert
dunes.
there.
Yeah, it has a vast amount of desert on this Canary Island. So it was pretty epic to be able to go there pretty much every day. The scenery is just unreal,
Sounds
and it gives a
amazing.
real I think in the film it gives you such a holiday vibe. It
Yeah.
makes you feel like you're on holiday, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Or it'll make you want to go on holiday.
It make you want to go on holiday.
Yeah.
It looks amazing. I watched the trailer for it. It looks terrific. Our plan is to we're inviting all the couples over on the on Monday, which Monday's the 30th. Yeah, Monday's the 30th.
Yeah.
We're gonna watch it as a group because we can put like maybe 20 people in our studio, and we're gonna watch it all together. It's my wife's birthday, so that's gonna be our birthday movie.
Oh, lovely. Oh, well, you should take like a really good selfie of you all
Oh, I will.
in front of the screen and send it to me.
Yeah, I totally will. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, because
Oh,
that's
that would be cool.
yeah, it's gonna be a fun night. And I sent everybody the trailer, so everybody's kind of now
Oh, so they're
pumped up
hyped
about
up
it.
for it. So you have to wish your wife a happy birthday from me
I will. I
for
will.
Monday.
She just got back. She works for Live Nation, so she travels quite a bit. But she was in Colombia and then Mexico City, and then she got back this past Monday. So yeah,
Oh,
and
wow.
we're celebrating next week.
Lovely.
It'll be pretty good. It'll be pretty good. I like the idea that it's because you see all the movies like Taken, where you've got the woman in distress, but
Hmm.
it's somebody else saving the woman. But
Yes.
this one, it's the women taking charge and helping themselves.
Yeah, well, they have to. You know,
Yeah.
they want to survive and
Well, you're in a desert. There's nobody around to help.
uh-huh, exactly. So they have to put their heads together and, you know, get creative and use their brains to fight back.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm kind of excited for it because it sounds like it's got action and drama both in it.
Yep. Yep. Oh, a whole load of action and drama.
Yeah, yeah. That's pretty good. So what role do you play in the film?
I play Carla,
Yeah.
and she's a nurse. So she's gone on holiday with her friend, and of course it goes terribly wrong.
Of course.
Yeah. And so yes, and before she knows it, she's thrown into this underground cell with these other girls, and her friend's gone missing. She doesn't know where she is, and yes, she's the girl who really pulls the group together. So now I know you've not watched it. I don't want to give too much away, but yes, she has to find a lot of strength in her vulnerable
She
situation.
becomes kind of a leader of these women.
Yeah,
They're trying to.
yeah, she does. Yeah.
What a fun role! I bet that was fun to play.
Oh, it was. It was epic. Such a great story and a great character I was given, and it's just great to work with Howard as well, the director. He's just an unbelievable guy.
I've
Yeah.
always heard that about him, that he's kind of a actor's director, if that makes sense.
Oh, he is.
Yeah.
He's just he has this energy that is like magical. For me, I'll speak for myself, obviously, but yeah, he just has this magical energy that just exudes around him and onto everyone he has on set, his cast and his crew, and it's just like he's so positive. So he's just so nice to be around on set, even when you have really crazy long days where we're doing so many different scenes and so many different shots. It's still like it doesn't feel stressful ever.
Yeah.
It just feels a breeze and such a joy to be on set with him. He's just such a great guy.
I mean, that's the type of place you'd want to go to work at.
Yeah, absolutely.
Did you let him know when you left? You're like, next time you have something, give me a call.
Oh yeah, we've become really really good friends
Good.
now. And he actually did cast me in his next film.
I love
It's
that
called
happens so often. It makes sense because, we're creatures of
yeah.
habit. And when you find somebody you like to work with, why wouldn't you want to do it
Well,
again?
yeah, exactly. Because filming, it can be tough in the indie movie making.
Yeah.
It's not an easy task. So I think when you find a group of people that you just get along with so well and are up for the challenge just as much as you are, I totally understand why directors work with the same people over and over again. And because I feel that way with Howard, he's just such a great director and feeds me with such freedom and positivity. I want to work with him,
Yeah.
For years to come. And obviously, I know that's not my choice, but if it was my choice, I would be choosing Howard. And thankfully, he did. He cast me in his latest movie, which is River of Blood, an action adventure film.
Yeah, that's exciting. When's that one come out? Have you even started filming yet?
Yes, we finished filming the back end of last year. We shot that in
Oh,
Thailand. So that
oh,
was
that was probably fun.
oh, that was unbelievable,
Had you
Mike,
ever been to
seriously.
Thailand before?
No,
Yeah, yeah.
no. My first time, and what a dream to have acting, my passion, take me to such a
Oh, that's
wonderful
amazing.
place. It was, yeah, still actually can't believe that that happened.
So are we going to get that one before the end of the year, or is it more like first of next year?
I'm not actually sure, but I think it will be one or the other, end
Yeah,
of this year or next year.
soon.
So,
I keep forgetting that we're already in October. I mean, this year doesn't have much
yes.
left.
Oh my God, yes, yes, we are. Oh
We're going to
no.
be we'll be getting ready for the holidays here for too long.
Yes, got Halloween, which is next month, and then next holiday, Christmas.
Do you have your Halloween costume yet?
Oh, I could bring out my escape costume, couldn't I?
Yeah.
I believe it's still covered in a lot of blood and mud, so it would be quite fitting,
That's all you need.
right?
You don't even have to explain what it is.
No, exactly. Well, I just like, do you not know who I am? I am Carla in Escape.
Did you get to do like a red carpet or a premiere for it?
I was put on a cast and crew screening in London. I
Oh,
think that was probably a year ago, actually.
really? It
Yeah,
takes
that was
so
a year
long for
ago.
stuff to finish and come out.
Yeah,
I think I'd
it
have,
does.
not that I could act, but that part I'd have a little bit of trouble with because it's just you do your work and then it's just waiting for it to come out.
Yeah, and you get so excited for the film you just shot, but then sort of that feeling, it dims down a little, but it's still there constantly, as a reminder that, oh, I have that coming, I have that coming. But then you go on to your next job, hopefully, God willing, you go on to your next job, and then before you know it, this one is coming out, or you've got two coming out at the same time, three, and it's always a moment to celebrate.
I guess that's true if you're working. It would really be difficult if you didn't have another job and you're just waiting on the one. But if you're working, then you can kind of push it aside and then it's kind of fun to revisit when it comes out.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. It's a nice refresher of what you did 6 months ago or a year ago.
Did you have a double for this one or did you do your own stunts?
No, I did not have a double.
Hmm.
I did it all myself. We had some great fight choreographers. Glenn Salvage was one.
Yeah.
He's a great
Have you
teacher.
had fight training before or did you have to go through it for this?
Yes, I have trained in some on-screen
Yeah.
stage combat. So yeah, and also my dance background really did help.
I've heard that before that the movements are probably not that dissimilar. Some of the
Yeah,
movements you'd have with fights and dancing.
yeah. Well, it's just good to be able to be a bit free with your body
Yeah.
and that physicality that you need to be able to, pull off fight choreography.
Did you
So
have to
I,
train ahead of time?
no, I think I always try to stay in good physical health
Yeah.
and shape. I'm always trying to do movements and work out. So I think that is really important to always be physically ready. And anyway, just in general for your health, to be fit,
for 100%.
it's super important. Otherwise, it's not so easy if you have 2 weeks before shooting and you need to get in shape. But actually, with this one, I had 3 days notice with Escape.
That was it?
I had 3 days before we went out to do the first few days of filming. So luckily, I do upkeep the training and the movement.
Yeah, it's a good thing because, you wouldn't have 3 days. That's not enough time to.
No, definitely not.
It wouldn't matter how hard you worked out. I don't think it would make a difference in 3 days.
No, you're right.
I always play this game with the with the family when I have somebody on. I go around to everybody in the family. I'm like, what have you seen this person in? Most of the time, it's nothing. They don't share, my kind of passion for TV and movies, but that's okay. That's okay. But my stepson says that you did a little Doctor Who thing.
Oh yes, I did a Doctor Who fan film.
He would know because he's a huge Doctor Who fan, and he's always looking for things he hadn't seen before. So I was like, well, okay. But what was that? Because that's what my guess was. I was like, well, was it a fan thing or was it Doctor Who? So yeah, tell me a little about that.
Yeah, it was a fan film. I played a character called Rebecca Fogg. And you can actually find that on YouTube.
Yeah,
I can send you a link.
That's where he watched
your
it.
son. Yeah. Oh, so he saw it. Okay, yeah. Yeah, it was a lot of fun actually.
Yeah, he said it was really good. I trust him because he's been watching Doctor Who since he was little.
Mm-hmm.
And kind of that was his show because he was let's see, he would have been, well, he was probably pretty young when it came back, when there was that gap and then they came back with Christopher and then kind of went from there. But yeah, so he'd know. But yeah, he said you were really good in it.
Oh, well, tell him I said thank you.
Well, you did one that you were maybe a witch in it. Does that sound right? Or maybe the movie was called
Witch. It's called Witch. Yeah. Yes. Yeah. Yes, that's a medieval fantasy horror film. I shot that.
Yeah, that's right. Because I looked at that and I was like, that's kind of what I like. I'd probably like that.
Oh, you should give it a go and tell me what you think.
Yeah, I will. I'll find that one because the medieval times fantasy stuff, that's more me. So yeah, okay. I'll check that out. Are you the killer?
Oh, I cannot say. You've not watched it yet. You don't want to give me any spoilers.
Well, the other one I wanted to ask you about was the Midnight Hour because it's like an anthology, but I don't think we have that one here in the States. Is that more a UK one? I
think you can get that on YouTube in the States.
You can? Okay.
Yeah, that's I think that is on Blake Ridder's channel.
Okay.
Yeah, it's directed by Blake.
What's that one about? Because I know it's an anthology. It probably changes episode to episode or season.
Yes, so you're right. Yes, I think I could be wrong. There's 5 episodes or 6 episodes, all completely different. I believe I'm in the last episode, but they're all quite Black Mirror-esque. So all very quirky.
It was probably kind of Black Mirror type, which can be very creepy.
Exactly, they can. I think you should give it a go. Give it a watch.
I'll try. I'm a chicken, so if it gets too bad, I'll have to hide.
Watch with one eye.
One eye,
Yeah. I do that all the time.
Well, you usually just hearing it, that's enough for me. I don't need to see it.
Yeah.
It's like my imagination will work just fine. It's fine.
Oh, yes, mine too. My imagination runs wild when I watch scary films.
Gosh, me too. And I have trouble turning it off, which is part of the reason I don't watch them too much.
Yeah.
I don't need another reason to stay up too late.
Yes, very true. TV can do that to you.
Is there a genre that you haven't got to do that you would like to do?
I'd love to do a romantic comedy, but something a little bit different than your typical romantic comedy, something a little bit like Night and Day, you know, with Tom Cruise and Cameron Diaz, because that has a
That's
bit of
one I haven't heard in a
everything.
while. That was a good movie.
Oh, it's such a great movie, isn't it? It has the romance element and
Got some
so many
action.
great comedic moments, and obviously a lot of action. So I think it's just such a blend, like of like three great genres done so well. Love to be in a movie like that.
That would be good. I think you'd be
Yeah,
good in that.
I think so as well.
Yeah. Well, and you've got, here in America, we love that British accent. So you've got that.
There we are. Put my British accent to work when I come
They,
to the States.
they're looking for a new James Bond. It's supposed to be a woman this time.
Oh well, I'm
Throwing that
definitely
out
up for
there.
the job.
I was like, I know somebody that does her own stunts.
Yep. You can pitch me.
Can you drive a car really fast?
Oh yes,
Okay.
I'm a very good driver.
Yeah, that's another thing that I could not do. I'm a terrible driver.
Oh no.
I used to, like, when my wife and I first got together, I was typical guy, thinking, well, I have to drive everywhere. I'm the guy. I got to drive everywhere. But she's so much better of a driver than me. Eventually, I was like, you just
You drive.
I'm
It's
okay.
good that you admitted to it.
Yeah, it took me a few years, but
Oh,
eventually
okay,
I was
yeah,
just
I
like,
can
you know what?
imagine.
We're both going to be safer if you just drive.
Yeah. Let her take the reins.
You got to do that stuff.
Yeah.
As you get older, you realize it doesn't really matter who's doing what. When you're in a relationship, you got to split it up. So
Yeah.
equal.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter how you
Exactly.
split it. It just, you don't want one person doing everything.
No, yeah. Gotta be fair.
You got to be fair.
Yeah.
So if you were trying to pitch somebody to watch Escape, what would you tell them? How would you get them to watch it?
So you'd be on a mad roller coaster ride that would take you on one of the most epic journeys. You'll be sitting on the edge of your seat, screaming at the TV, rooting for the girls to survive. And yeah, it'll make your heart race.
I know, I'm kind of excited about it. Did you have to, was there any animals involved? Was there horses or camels, anything you had to fool with?
No, no animals, no.
Well, that makes it easy.
Yeah.
Well, easy is
Well,
not the right word.
yeah, I wouldn't mind there being animals involved as long as they're not getting hurt.
Yeah, that's right.
In the film, obviously they wouldn't anyway, but I mean, I don't like watching animals get hurt.
No, nobody does. That's terrible.
No, it's not right,
Can
is
you
it?
ride a horse?
Yes, I can. Yes, I used to go horse
Like
riding.
really, you can ride a horse, or
Yes,
a lot of actors will be like, oh yeah, I can ride.
and think it's easy. No, my mum used to take me horse riding lessons, so
Oh,
yes,
okay.
I can.
So
I
when you're
can
going
definitely
into
ride.
audition, which you don't really go in person anymore, but when you're auditioning, when they ask you if you can ride a horse, you're telling the truth.
I am.
That's always what I hear is like, that's the one everybody lies about, because they're like, oh yeah, I can ride a horse. And then they got to go figure it out before they actually film.
Go and quickly get some lessons. Do a Joey Tribbiani.
Yes.
Why not?
That was a good Friends reference. That was good.
Oh, I love Friends.
I went through a period where I was just rewatching all the comedies that I loved when I was growing up, and I just finished Friends not too long ago, and it holds up. It's still really funny.
Oh, it really does. And you can pick it up anywhere. You know, you can go to any season, any episode, and you'll enjoy
Well, that's
it.
true. You can jump in the middle of any episode and you're fine. You won't be lost.
Yeah.
You're going to laugh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very clever.
Oh, so well done. I'll give you a quick friend story that's not really a friend story.
Okay.
Okay. So I told you my wife works for Live Nation. Well, she worked with David Schwimmer's sister, who's
Right.
who's a lawyer. She was a lawyer with Live Nation. So she said, "Yeah, I got a new boss. It's Ellie Schwimmer." And I was like, "Well, you're in LA. Is she related to David Schwimmer?" And she's like, "No." No, it's just a coincidence. I was like, okay. Well, she brought her name up a few more times, and every time I'd ask her, are you sure she's not? And she's like, she's not related. I was like, okay. All right. Well, then over time, she got invited to Ellie's house for a party, and she calls me. She's at her house, and she said, there's pictures of David Schwimmer everywhere.
And you're thinking, I said this.
I was like, that always
Wow.
confused me, though.
She didn't even know it. She didn't even know it.
You didn't even know it. She's like, I guess it was pictures of him and his family and kids and that stuff. I was like, yeah, you probably have that up if that was your brother.
Absolutely. Yeah.
I was like, at no time you couldn't have just asked, hey, are you related to David Schwimmer? No.
Maybe it's good that she didn't, though.
No, I think it is. I think
it's good that she didn't. Yeah. She found out naturally.
Yeah. Yeah. See, I'd have messed that up. That'd have been the first question I'd asked.
Yeah. I would have
sometimes
looked it
people,
up.
they don't want to be, kind of
Yeah.
recognized for that type of stuff.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Yeah. Well, Sarah, thank you so much for taking a little bit of time. So the movie's Escape, it comes out Monday. It'll be everywhere. Should be able to stream it anywhere, I would guess, right?
Apple TV.
Oh, okay.
Apple TV. Yes, 30th of September. And you can pre-order now, but you're in the States, so you can watch it now.
Oh, I can.
Yeah, but you're waiting for the 30th.
We're waiting on Monday. We already got plans for Monday. We got we got food catered in. We're ready. We're making it.
Oh, lovely. Oh, it's going to be quite the night.
Yeah. We'll let you know. You'll be the one we're rooting for, though.
Oh, thank you. You'll have to let me know after what you think of the movie.
Oh, I absolutely will. Have to. Yeah, I hope you make it.
I'm not giving any spoilers away.
Is there any chance at all that we'll see a sequel at some point?
It's quite possible.
Because you had several takens.
Yeah, this is true.
So
this is quite possible.
We might see Carla run into trouble again down the road.
You never know.
Maybe you'll be in a colder climate for the next one.
Oh, maybe, but I'd prefer a hotter climate.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah. You quickly went off that idea.
Have you ever done a Christmas movie?
A Christmas movie? Yes.
Okay.
I have, but a horror one.
Film it in warm
not a nice like lovey Christmas movie, like a feel good, like Love Actually or something. No, it was a horror.
Oh, okay. It's okay. I've noticed you do a little bit of horror.
Yeah. I have done quite a bit of horror.
Do you have a like a good scream when you have to? You got a good horror scream? I'm not gonna ask you to do it, but do you have a good?
I'll terrify my neighbors if you ask me to do it.
They'll
call the police.
I'm gonna assume that's a yes, though. If you need it,
you need to have a good horror scream.
Yeah. Mine would probably just be a cry, but that's okay.
That's okay. Yeah.
So Sarah, a couple little things before I let you go. Anything else that you're working on that we can keep an eye out for?
Yes, I also have a movie called The Manor of Darkness coming out next year, which is a horror. Yeah. That's directed by Blake Ridder, produced by Lucas A. Ferrara and Louis James. And I'm working on the other side of the camera, producing.
I'm glad you brought that up. I meant to ask you if you had any designs to move behind the camera. So,
well, here we are.
Are you directing?
No, I'll be co-producing.
Oh, very good.
So there's 2 horror movies, The Feed and The Hag. I'll also be starring in them, but I'll be working on them from the ground up.
Double duty.
Co-producing, so yeah.
Yeah, producing. That's a lot of hats you got to wear for producing.
I'm up for the task.
Well, you'll have to come back when you get the next big thing out. Come back and tell us about that too.
Oh yes, absolutely, definitely.
Last thing before I let you go, where can we find you on social media? On
Instagram, Sarah A. Marks.
Yeah, it came right up when I put it in there. Instagram's like the nice one.
Yeah, it's the easy one as well.
It's easy. It's nice. It's kind of what Facebook was for about 5 minutes before we screwed it up. because you're
And
just
now
showing
it's,
your pictures. This is what I'm
yeah,
doing. This is what I'm eating. You know,
yeah,
it's just nice.
yeah. It is. It's visual, isn't it? I'm a
Yeah.
visual person.
Yeah, it's pretty easy. Although I'm still on all the rest of them, but like with Twitter, X, you just go on there to see what everybody's upset about. You know,
Oh
it's
no,
really,
that
I
sounds
don't
very
really
great.
post anything. You're just, check it out. What's going on out there.
Get your updates.
That's right. Well, Sarah, thank you. Please come back at some point. This has been terrific.
Oh, I absolutely will. I look forward to it.
Yeah, me too. Me too. Okay, hold on one second. There, Alexandra Marks. I mean, she was lovely. I didn't know I was a fan, but I'm a big fan of Sarah's. I think talented actress. I'm sure she's a terrific dancer. She kind of has that look to her. She has that dancer's look. Think I touched on everything. She was also in one called Monster Portal that I would like to check out at some point. But definitely keep an eye out for Escape. If you're here in the States, it's out now. If you're in the UK, Europe, it comes out Monday. So definitely check out Escape. She plays Carla. The trailer was amazing. I can't wait. I'll make sure to post something to let you guys know what my review was after I watch it. But I know I'm gonna love it. Thank you guys so much for tuning in with us again this week. Definitely don't take you for granted. Appreciate it if we could have your support. It's easy to do. It's free. Our YouTube channel is MeisterCon Pod. Please just subscribe. That costs you nothing, but it really helps us out. Our website's meistercon.com. Right now, you can find 847 episodes, audio and video versions. So definitely check us out there. If we're doing something in studio, like watching Escape, if we're going to a convention, if we're doing something remote, that'll be on the website, meistercon.com. So please check us out there. Thank you guys so much. Till next time. Bye, everybody.